quarterback.
Oh, there's a goal. At least I thought he was gonna until he blew it.
What the hell has this football season even been? Every time I think there will be some semblance of stability, someone chucks a brick into the machine and it starts malfunctioning. In these times, we can only hope to find stability in some form. At least we have SeatGeek as a reliable source. It's an app that dissects all available tickets on the resale market to make sure your experience isn't as messed up as this year. It efficiently sorts all tickets from red to green on a 1 to 100 scale. With a preview from where you'll be sitting and scannable tickets on the app, it's a touchdown every time. In fact, remember to use the code word TREE in the link below to save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek, your season may be done, but this app's is far from over. Cowboys fans are so cute. They think they're competitive. They think they're going to make noise in the postseason. It's too bad you're only running into the Saints. Dallas, you're gonna get the Branch Davidian experience. The ATF is smoking you out and will set Jerry Boy's ego shrine ablaze. New Orleans is about to march in on you. I bid you adieu. What in the literal fuck? So it turns out Drew Brees went back to San Diego for him today. Lovely. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't even enjoy this game because it featured some of the most heinous ref ball I've seen in a while. Fox kept lecturing us about the officiating crew's 140 years of combined experience. That experience sure helped both sides, didn't it? What with blatant helmet-to-helmet hits, offensive pass interference on the Saints, and Dak's face nearly being ripped off. What you'll call the most borderline of shit, like this pass interference to end the game and give Dallas 2 extra yards and a crucial first down. And you wonder why nobody likes this goddamn league anymore. These incompetent fuckers ruined what could have been a great game of football. Congratulations, Dallas. This terrible win secured Jason Garrett's employment for the next 5 years. I can't wait until the robots replace these blind zebras.
Same focus play!
The Broncos are in an interesting position. They started out 3-6, looking like they were in between charred and disintegrating, but then it appears that John Elway had some of his late 90s magic sitting around in an old vault. The result has been a resurging Denver squad that's rattled off several impressive wins. This does not include the Bungles, as the Red Rifle shot his eye out and are currently burning outside the stadium. The game was ugly as all hell, but the Broncos boast life again. It may be the worst thing for you guys in the long run, but they have a relatively easy schedule. 9-7 is in the realm of possibility. Vance Joseph is getting another year, isn't he? Cleveland has to be licking their chops. The rivals falling before them, Baker slinging like he did in college, and optimism growing anew. A chance to make something of themselves awaits. This was before they ran into a white-hot Texan squad ready to smoke their remains and serve them buffet style at the community table. That wonderful Baker had his first terrible game in the NFL with 3 picks in the first half. Cleveland is slapped back to reality in no time at all. Like Antonio Callaway, they stride into the fast lane and fumble everything at the 1-yard line. Houston is looking more and more legit every time I see them. The AFC could be getting really goddamn interesting in January. Now, Baltimore, they have a chance to do some damage. The Browns and Bungles tripping over themselves, the Steelers playing down again, and their next opponent a dead failure of a franchise with fans that are just so eager to support them. I wouldn't have shown up either if I saw that pathetic display of an offense getting destroyed at every turn by a different wall named the Ravens. You ever see how they wrestle a crocodile? That's what Baltimore did. They even brought RG3 back from the dead for the occasion. Sure, Atlanta, the season may be all but done for the Falcons, but your real pride and joy are the Bulldogs. Look at them, they have a commanding 14-point lead against the juggernaut of Alabama. Tua is knocked out of the game. Your revenge will be glorious.
Sets his speed, now starts to use his speed. Throws on the run. Touchdown, Judy.
Mom, it's happening again. Please don't give them the ball back.
And it's a fake. Justin Fields.
Why the hell are you faking a punt on a 4th and 11 in your territory? Just hand them the goddamn victory, you failed enough.
Just inside the 16, quarterback draw, Jalen Hurts.
Congratulations, Georgia, your entire state got Shermaned for roughly the 18th year in a row.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Lions, I know you're in desperation mode. I know you need a win. Only problem is you're running into one of the best teams in the conference vying for home field in the playoffs. It's nothing against Detroit, they just can't match up in a duel against the Rams. Not many teams can. I mean, yeah, they kept it close, but they don't give out participation trophies for sticking around for 3 quarters. It's just life. The rich get richer. The Rams themselves, they've locked up a postseason berth. They've clinched the NFC West. Not much of an accomplishment, guys. Your division became a cakewalk when Jimmy G went down. 2 bottom feeders and a wildcard contender. Kick them on the ground a little more. An AFC East clash with a surprising amount of playoff implications once again for the Dolphins. This time, it's against the Bills. Yes, they're the Bills, but they have won back-to-back games. It's a stunning accomplishment, just like Josh Allen running all over you guys on your home turf. Tannehill is having a solid game and Miami has the lead, but it is Buffalo. This isn't exactly a shining accomplishment. Even with this, they're still in the game, you know. Or they'll blow it because they sack themselves out of relevance. Real teams would make sure that's the end, but oh right, you went 3 and out. The unthinkable has happened. Buffalo controls their own destiny.
Allen dancing out of the pocket, chased by Quinn, nowhere to go. Allen goes back the other way, picks up a block. Allen now fires towards the end zone, and it is incomplete!
It would be nice if their receivers could catch the ball. That would be a welcome change. The Dolphins escape with an ugly victory. The refs weren't so lucky. The Bills know a thing or two about ref ball in their heyday. They're vets. The charity drives for the public broadcasting station have been fruitless. The Actors Guild has gone on strike demanding more money. I say fuck them and let them starve. The Jags are caught in a state of chaos. Their offensive coordinator fired for being as predictable as the AFC East, Leonard Fournette suspended for last week's shenanigans, and Blake Bortles stripped of rank and sent to football purgatory. In comes Cody Kessler, who does jack and shit. Unsurprising since, of course, their offense has been god-awful at its worst. Then we can say something of a miracle happened. Hashtag Saxonville bothered to show up defensively. Instead of talking shit, they managed to back it up. They stifled the attack of the glue factory at every turn. But remember, the offense is sucking dicks again, settling for only 2 field goals. The Colts have a shot at never mind, their tackle can't block a blitzing corner. Jesus, the last thing Luck needs is another game where they lose this painfully.
Luck to the outside. Pass is complete to Slope, and he is not out of bounds. The clock will continue to run.
That's in bounds? I don't know how to say this to Charlotte. You're roughly 17 shades of fucked at this point. The Buccaneers are a total mess with a porous defense and quarterback hot potato. Even on the road, they should barely break a sweat. Little did we all know that famous Jameis sold off his bakery in a change of heart. The new owner of it, Cam Newton, 4 costly interceptions, against a defense being obliterated all season. The sad reality in hindsight is that the Panthers may have been smoke and mirrors, losing 4 straight and they still have to play the Saints twice. You've also lost one of your best weapons for good and fired a couple of assistant coaches. It's panic time, Carolina. Too bad you can't clone Christian McCaffrey multiple times over. This game has fate wrapped completely around it. A Packers team ready to break out against one of the worst teams in football at their hallowed ground on Aaron Rodgers' birthday. Even he is guaranteeing a pushback to glory. Throughout the game, Green Bay got a one-way ride straight to hell. The Packers were, once again, horribly unimpressive and sloppy as hell. Even if they win, it would come with an asterisk. And here's the scary part. This is with a functioning Aaron Rodgers. Last year, you had the excuse of Anthony Barr. Today, there is nothing to point the finger at but yourselves. Arizona should be nowhere near this game. They have Zane Gonzalez kicking field goals for them. You remember that guy? Well, you do now. He's nailing his shots as the Cardinals do the unthinkable. Have the lead. Don't worry though, Green Bay will be bailed out by Rodgers for the 53rd time and lauded as geniuses again. Just watch them.
And the kick is off the mark, and the Packers are going to lose this game.
You can officially banish the Packers' playoff hopes to the cold tundra. Perhaps this is karma for putting all your eggs in one basket for so long. The team's flat out stopped giving any measurable amount of fucks. It's a victory for you though, Packers fans. It's finally happened. Mike McCarthy has been axed. No longer will Aaron's knees be destroyed from having to carry his coach to relevance. It is a new day. Now watch them ruin this by hiring from within and learning nothing. This game can go either way. The Giants are a derp into half, but they are keen on fucking up their own tank by winning out. The Bears, on the other hand, are still without the services of the titty kisser. Enter another round of play with the clipboard crusader. We then realize that a quarterback that has barely played in his long career in fact sucks with overexposure. Chase Daniel was less of the calm, collected veteran and more the rookie that shits his pants in his first big game. The rest of Chicago's offense didn't help matters. It seems like they got a little too cozy with a deep dish pizza and forgot to clean off the grease. Even as OBJ has himself a game, the Giants are in cruise control. Look, guys, the Bears can't stop fumbling everything away. You're up by 10 with around 2 minutes left. Don't give them a reason to exist. Okay, forcing a field goal. Good start. Now get the onside. You didn't. Let's be real here. This is Chase Daniel. The dude's been sucking the life out of Chicago all game. You've been dominating him. You're letting him get right into your red zone as a pass interference call gets them to the fucking 1?
Burton to Cohen, looking to throw it, and he's got
It's my favorite part of Sportsball, the time where I just laugh at everything in sight because these teams can't stop getting in their own way. The Giants, learning nothing from their Tank Bowl appearances, storm down the field and kick the field goal. Chase Daniel likes things in threes. He fumbles it. Again and again. Congratulations, everyone, you've accomplished the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Remind me how fucking up your tank is good for you again, Giants? Well, this is a bit awkward, isn't it? Richard Sherman went around talking smack on Russell Wilson before their match with the Seahawks. Little does he know that karma is an ironic bitch that enjoys nothing more than focusing its wrath with precision. Seattle dominated one of their division's doormats with the power of Russell Wilson. Their home field became a slaughtering ground as the Seahawks now potentially control their own destiny in the NFC. 9-7 could get you guys in with how everything is going. As for San Francisco, they suffer the first blow. They have been eliminated from playoff contention. Injured to all hell and their momentum destroyed. It's not like I jinxed them or anything. Oh shit, right, I had them going to the playoffs in my season preview. I knew I should have gone with my gut and picked the Bears. The Chiefs are flying high. It's a stunning revelation. A team that had struggles with consistency last year has found just that. Patrick Mahomes has been the slinging godsend this organization has needed. To his side, his trusty steed Kareem Hunt. The ways he opens up the passing game can have offensive coordinators dream. The man's got a bright future in this league. That was until footage came out of him being a fucking idiot. This past February, Kareem was miffed that a girl wouldn't hook up with a member of his entourage. As a night would end in disappointment, the girl flung the N-bomb at him. Like him running the football, it set off a missile hell-bent on destruction. Kareem Hunt, let's just say, got a bit physical. True, the girl was egging him on, but public opinion always sides with the woman, no matter the circumstances. Here's the kicker, no pun intended. He lied to the Chiefs about the whole thing. They found out about it in real time as the rest of us were, as the NFL failed to do due diligence. Once again, a ++ job by them. Kansas City then did what a lot of teams wouldn't do in this situation. They cut Kareem Hunt. Sad to say that takes serious balls. I'll give them credit to sticking to their guns even if Hunt is a really good player. Don't worry, Kareem, there are a few teams that don't give a fuck what you do off the field. We'll see you after your mandatory spinning of the wheel of discipline. Oh yeah, and the Chiefs have a football game to play. I forgot all about that. They're playing the Raiders. This should be an easy romp fest for them. They're imploding at warp speed and Derek Carr is getting chucked into a chasm over and over again. The offense does their part by ripping Oakland's D a new asshole. But there's a huge problem. The Chiefs' secondary is still complete shit. They're getting picked to shreds by a broken quarterback. This has been a glaring issue for them, but against this kind of outfit, this leaves us with more questions than answers. I don't care that they won. The fact that this was even close is damning enough. Even then, the Raiders have no victories today. They feel the cold embrace of elimination. Who knew that the team that immolated spectacularly would be one of the first to go? I am shocked, I tell you. These are the situations where a real contender will rise to the occasion. The rest of their division losing with a chance to gain precious ground on the leader. This is when we all realize that the team I'm talking about are the Vikings. We all know what happens to them in these situations. They buckle and flop out the gate. Their scrum against the Patriots is no exception. All the talent they have on offense and they can't do a damn thing against New England's defense? The same one that got torched by Detroit? Are we for real here? Like in most big games, Kirk Cousins laid another egg. Now Minnesota is slowly realizing that they paid all of the money for the equivalent of Matt Stafford. The Patriots walk away in the second half as, let's be honest, the Vikings might be in some trouble. They may have a light schedule coming up, but they've pissed away a lot of opportunities this year. They are in must-win territory now. Let's see what Belichick thinks. Shut the fuck up. That sounds like logical advice to give to them. Let me tell you all a story about a team from East Rutherford, New Jersey. Donning the green on the puke on the streets of Hoboken, the butt fumble arises from the ashes and wanders to the Music City. They arrive on a comfortable fall day and rattle off 16 unanswered points to a Titans outfit that has no answers. New York can play spoiler today. Even with their sluggish offense, it will take a lot for them to come back. This is why the butt fumble narrative doesn't go away, Jets fans. The Titans then proceed to torture them throughout the second half, giving them glimmers of hope, but slowly chipping away at their sanity. A team that could have used a win to end their 5-game losing streak just received another notch on their belt. The Jets fall off a cliff and bring more of their usual agony to their fans. The calls for Todd Bowles' head multiply as these fuckers find unique and catastrophic ways to lose. It's only fitting that they were also officially eliminated from the playoffs. I would say there may be hope, but you guys tell yourselves that every year. Enjoy the retread of a coach you'll hire as you can only yearn for 7-9. In another episode of What the Fuck is an NFL Season, we get this matchup between an Eagles team with a dead secondary against a Redskins team with a dead everything. To few people's surprise, Philadelphia flew and shit all over the league's current gimp. By the way, Washington, you walked under a ladder, have a broken leg for your backup QB. Next man is, oh my, it is the almighty butt fumble. I thought he had become a recluse in the caves. Now he's handing off to Adrian Peterson for 90-yard touchdown runs. It's like I'm playing a Madden 10 franchise all over again. I'm getting all tingly inside. Enough nostalgia. We realized that there was a reason why Mark Sanchez remained unsigned until recently, and the Eagles continued to spread the disease known as karma towards the Redskins. This is the closest thing to a free victory you'll get, Philly. Next week you get the Cowboys. Only thing worse for that game would be a Joe Buck broadcast. Redskins, I know you've lost a hell of a lot more than this game, but you get a special prize in your mailbox. The illustrious lol cow of the week. Your entire organization is a shithole, and this week's batch of goodies only reinforced that thinking. This story begins with them being the only team to claim Reuben Foster on waivers. If you remember, Reuben Foster was cut for another domestic violence charge. Apparently, they did their own investigation, which leads them to believe there's a different side to this story, thus leading to the claim. If you think this is it, you don't know the Redskins. They doubled down. Enter Doug Williams, former team quarterback and current powerless organizational puppet. In what could be described as utterly tone-deaf, he downplayed the situation. There's nothing wrong with a little domestic violence, you guys. Just a few hits to the face, some yelling and screaming. This is small potatoes compared to what's going on in the world. Unsurprisingly, they also got shit on for that. But wait, my friends, that's not all of it. 11 years ago, Sean Taylor was tragically killed in a home invasion trying to protect his family. The Redskins chose to honor his tragic passing with a memento. A commemorative Sean Taylor doll, available for sale at their gift shop. Totally looks like him with the Shemp nose. It was sold briefly before, unsurprisingly, being pulled for being shit on. I know you've been dealing with some injuries, but there's this nice running back that just hit the free agent market. I think he's right up your alley. And now, a moment of silence for all those we've lost over the past week.
Unit lost. 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 Unit lost.
The football gods show no mercy. Amen.
Field goal attempts or PATs, whatever it might be. Ball's coming out. Picked up by Atlanta. That's Beasley down the sideline. What a move back to the middle of the field. Jackson is shielded. Beasley takes it all the way for the touchdown.